Shine Divine friends, welcome to today's video where my purpose is to bring you encouraging messages from the divine. I'm so grateful that you're here today. I hope you stick around and see what message Spirit has for us. And let's just jump into it. I'm feeling good about this. This first deck I'm pulling from is the Divine Abundance deck. And let's see what the central theme of the reading is for us today. Self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. You know, this is our higher self, our future self. And this is little old us, or you could view it as this is us now, in present moment, looking back on our past self or our inner child. There's a couple of different ways that you can interpret this and look at it. Something that I really love, speaking of self-love, one thing I really love though is this idea that our higher self, our inner child, our current self, we're all the same being, right? Just at different points in time. And I love thinking about the fact that my higher self, my future self, is looking back on me right now and has thoughts and feelings about me right now. And so when I'm feeling bad about myself or I'm struggling with how I'm doing and what I'm doing and that sort of thing, I have to remind myself when I look back at my past self, or I look back or inward to my inner child, I'm only ever doing it out of love. I have such compassion and sympathy for that former part of myself or that inner child part of myself that has so much to go through and has so many experiences to go through. And in that present moment of them, maybe they're scared or they're stressed or whatever. And me in my present moment looking back and just wanting to give them a hug and being like, it's going to be okay. Through any hardship, any challenge, any stressful moment, you will get through it. It might hurt a lot. It might cause a lot of fear, but you get through it. And something that I really like to do in my time of meditation is if a moment of my past or when I was a child, whatever, if a negative moment, right, comes to mind in that moment of quiet stillness, if something from my past resurfaces, I like to take a moment to go back to that part, that time, as my current self and show up for that past self of mine and tell that past self of mine the things that would have been helpful to hear in that moment, even if it's just, you're going to be okay, you're going to make this through this, or even just acknowledging, hey, I see how hard this is for you. And creating like a checkpoint in time where you've gone back to help those past selves, because if you're going back and helping those past selves, then your future self is coming back and helping present you in that moment as well. And it kind of helps to develop a better relationship with yourself and viewing that you exist far beyond just this time, this moment, whatever it is you may be going through. And for me, it's been very helpful. It helps me have a lot of compassion for my current self because I think about these other versions of myself, especially in the past, where I can see how hard she was working. I can see how hard she was trying. And if I can extend her that grace, why can't I extend that to myself? Anyway, that's what's been helpful to me in expanding my self-love is, going back to those moments. And it doesn't have to be like the big scary moments of the past. It can literally be a memory from a week ago, if you want it to be. Whatever it is that comes to mind in those moments. Energetic clearing. During crises, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. I think along with what I was just talking about, like that going back in time to a past memory can also bring about that energetic clearing and help clear out to make room for a more positive experience. The negative experiences that we do have within this lifetime, you could talk about karma, you could talk about dharma, you could just, view it in that sense. But I do feel like Earth as a whole is quite the learning experience where we come here to learn some of our hardest lessons. Now, granted, it's hard to view it like that in the moment, especially if in the moment you're going through some type of crisis. But I feel this sense of calm and this sense of peace, that if we can get through to that inner child and help calm that inner child, it will help us, obviously, along the way. That's not a new concept, but cultivating a safe place for this inner child of ours will help bring about positive experiences in the future. Okay, let's get into more of the message. We'll use these cards now. All right, Spirit, what else would you like us to know in regards to our... Oh, goodness. All right, we'll take that one. In regards to our self-love, our past self, our inner child, our current self, our future self, our higher self. There's so many different parts of us that all come together to create our being, our soul. What message is there for us today? I feel one more good. Yeah. Okay. Cut the deck. Take a couple. Okay. So this first one that came out is the Magician. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. We're the creator of our own life. All those different parts of us all come together to live this one life in this current lifetime. This existence is ours to make it what we want it to be. And Spirit is saying, like, you have that capability. You're in charge. You can manifest what you need to be a success. You can do it. You've got the power. The Wheel. Delays are over. Sudden or unexpected good luck. A new car or travel. So not only are we the creator of our life, and we get to make these choices, we get to live this life the way that we want to, but it's now. Like, the time is now to make those changes, to bring about that life that we want. To bring about the life that our past selves would be proud of, that our past selves would be excited to know is coming. That's also an exciting way to think about it. Like, what is it that I can do today that's going to help future me, be excited and be positive and be hopeful. I love it. Okay, the 6 of Spring. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public recognition. I mean, the message here is very clear that mastering this self-love and, like, really digging into who you are as a person, digging into the deepest parts of you, learning your likes, learning your dislikes, going throughout your life open to new experiences and seeing them through the lens of love, seeing everything through the lens of love, and knowing that, like, you are there. You're here to experience what this life has to offer. And you can do anything. And that time is now to make those changes. You don't have to be scared of it. You don't. Success is on your side. Wonderful news is on its way. And if you are currently going through a time where it feels like everything is falling away, if it feels like you're going through a time when nothing is going right, it's time for a perspective shift. And trying to trust that that falling away is an emptying that can then be filled with an abundance of love. An abundance of love, success, good luck, positive movement towards an even better life. All right, let's pull some more cards. I feel one more. We like it in. All right, two more. All right. Vulnerability and freedom. Surrender. Expect miracles. Power and intention. Okay. Whew. Through this expansive self-love and viewing yourself in all the different parts of you coming together in this present moment will help bring about this positive change, this transformation. But in doing that, it does require this vulnerability and this time of surrender. He's open. He's saying, if it needs to fall away, let it fall away. She's giving up to the divine. She's giving up these worries. She's giving up these negative thoughts. She's giving up these past experiences. She's giving them up to the divine, saying, take them away. They don't serve me any longer, and I'm ready to move forward. And in that future, we're expecting miracles. That wonderful news is on its way. With open palms, that miracle is going to manifest for you. You are the creator of that miracle. And it's coming. It's all coming to a head for you. But it starts with that ability to view yourself as worthy and deserving, and pulling in that compassion you have for your past self and pulling it into this present moment, and making changes and taking action that'll make future you excited, right? And through that comes this new power with this success, this power of, I can do anything. Once you've mastered this self-love, anything can happen. These miracles are on its way. I think there's a really beautiful message here about the importance of letting go. Like, really, truly, we're so done with these false things that are said to us, either by actual people in our lives or society as a whole, making us feel like we cannot get out of this box that we've been put in, when really we are far more powerful than we let ourselves be. But it does take this self-love mastery. It takes being able to view yourself in your present moment and looking back on your past self, your inner child, but then also taking the vulnerability of accepting and realizing, like acknowledging that you're also this person, and you've got your future, your higher self here along with you. And I'm going to go back to what I said in the beginning, like being able to cultivate a relationship with your past self, being able to cultivate that relationship with your inner child really does help strengthen your current love for yourself and your worthiness, your self-confidence. And those really are the keys to making positive changes in your life, to bring in and expecting these miracles that are on their way. But in order to do that, we have to be willing to be vulnerable, to surrender. I mean, just take a moment to look at these images. Whatever it is, whatever negative thoughts it is, whatever self-limiting beliefs that you have about yourself, they're not true. They're just simply not true. Like, you have the power to be your strongest self, your healthiest self, your most loving, kind, compassionate self. You have the capability to be everything that you want to be, to create any sort of life you want to create. You do have that capability. And it just comes back to mastering the self-love. You deserve it. You deserve to know yourself so deeply. It's not selfish. It's not selfish to explore and to come into your own knowing. And I hope that you're able to take from this a curiosity about yourself. I hope you're able to walk away from this video today and think, what else is there about myself that I don't know? And go throughout the rest of your day with just that bit of curiosity, and be aware of the little things throughout the rest of your day that maybe interest you, spark a light within you, something you see passing you by, and take it in and maybe think about it a little bit. Be mindful in the moment about what is it about this thing that kind of like interests me, without judgment, and to love yourself and thank yourself. Like, thank you for seeing something beautiful and admiring it. Thank you for that. I feel like the message is complete for today. Thank you again so much for being here. I hope that you were able to get something out of this. And if you're ever looking to get a personalized channeled message just for you, I do offer readings over on Etsy. The link is in the description box. I also do aura, like digital aura paintings, if that's something you're interested in as well. That's also something I offer. I'll never reach out to you individually for readings. That's not me. That's something else. The only way to get a reading is through the link in my description box. So anyway, thank you again for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be safe, be well. I hope you find ways to enjoy your life. I'll see you in my next video. Shine divine. Bye. I love you. Love yourself. And the divine loves you as well. Bye.